Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Golden Thread Tarot. I am here to bring you a channel message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. Okay, I'm gonna be doing a channeled first person message from your person. All right, this is gonna be specifically for the Twin Flame Collective. I'm gonna do a soulmate channeled reading as well, so be on the lookout for that if you're more interested in that, or if you feel like. But yeah, but Spirit is definitely telling me to do this twin flame channeled message. Okay, so I'm going to open up the floor and let this message start coming through from your person as to what they have to say. Okay, thank you very much for being here with me today. If you like these kind of first persons, let me know down in the comment section down below, or drop a like on the video, or both, so that I can know that you guys, which I pretty much do know you guys really like these first person channel messages, but if they're resonating with you, let me know. Okay. I want you to know that I do know what this is. I do know who you are. I do know that we are supposed to be together, and I know that we are supposed to be working things out. I want to make my way back towards you so badly, so intensely. I feel I'm going through a lot happening in my life right now. I feel like every time I take a step forward, I get pushed back. There's a lot of obstacles, and I feel this growing distance energetically between the two of us. I wish that I knew a solution that would cause this energy to go away between the two of us, but I don't exactly know what to do. I want to have open communication with you. I want to tell you how I really feel, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I am at a place where I can be as honest as I need to be. I know and I can feel that you want the truth from me, that you want me to be honest with you, that you want, that you want me, okay, that you want to feel like that you can trust me, that you want to feel like you want to allow me to come in, and you want us to be able to have this interaction between the two of us. I can feel you wanting that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I know how I feel about you, but I feel this disconnect between. I feel like I have a foot in two worlds right now. I feel there is this big disconnect in between who I feel myself becoming, who I really want to be, and who I feel like my ego, my consciousness, my body is allowing me to be right now. And I am waking up and kind of feeling it out and understanding what's happening, and I feel the significance of who we are. I feel my higher self and my intuition telling me to trust, to move forward, to trust in myself, to heal this within inside of me, to bring forward this truth to you of how I really feel, to allow my emotions to flow. But there's something inside of me that just keeps kind of stopping me. There is this kind of energy that I don't want to let go of. I feel like, because of things that happened in my past, that I can't just allow myself to be in my emotions and really just express how I really feel. I feel this need to guard myself, to stay one step, to play these games, to stay one step, to kind of manipulate the situation so that I feel like I have some kind of handle on the situation, so that I can control the outcome, or so that I don't get hurt, so that I can control how I look in the situation, because my power has been taken away from me so much in my life. I've been asked so much in my life to step outside of my masculine energy, to give up my power to other things around me, to admit that I'm weak, or that I'm jealous, or that I'm a lot of things that I never wanted to admit inside of myself. And I'm just dealing with a lot of that emotional stuff right now. If you've been wondering, I am single. I am single. I am not in a relationship with somebody else right now. I'm not in a committed relationship with anybody else right now. I'm not even really thinking that much on that kind of level right now. I do think about you a lot. I do miss you a lot. If this person is saying, if you know that your masculine is in a masculine body, that doesn't mean that they're not being physical with other people, but they're saying that it's different. They're not saying like, oh, I'm a man, so I'm allowed. It's not that kind of energy. It's this person is saying, I'm not trying to say because I'm a man, I can do whatever I want or anything like that. Um, it's more an energy of it's just different. I just don't. I'm not in a committed relationship where I really care about anybody else the way that I feel or care about you. And just a side note, that's only for some of them. And for some of them, they are completely single and they're not seeing anybody. They're not talking to anybody. They're not giving their energy to anybody else. They're just completely by themselves right now. I'm trying so hard to manifest a new beginning for myself. I'm trying so hard to manifest a new beginning for us. I feel how much I feel like I really messed this up. I know how I truly feel about you, even if I don't speak about it, even if I don't talk about it. I want to walk away from being in this King of Swords energy where I'm only in my mind and I'm always trying to win, or I'm always trying to stay guarded, or I'm concentrating on the things that don't work out. I'm trying to live in my truth and trying to stand up for myself. I have a lot going on in my life right now that I just am feeling pulled in so many other directions. And sometimes I feel like I do use you and the future that I want for between the two of us as kind of like as an escape, or as kind of like oh, well, I'm dreaming about it, I'm wanting about it. I lay down at night and I dream about me and you being together and you just holding me and telling me how much you love me and you believe in me and you trust in me. And I hold on to those memories of that I have between the two of us. I hold on to those moments where in the past it did feel like I had you and we were together. And I do feel like a lot of shit came up in between the two of us, not just on my side, but on your side too as well. Equally between the two of us, where we just got so angry and so mad at each other and we just blamed each other for so much of the things. And it's been a while. And in this absence, in this separation between the two of us, I have done a lot of thinking and rearranging and seeing myself from a different way and seeing you in a different way too. And I understand why I needed this distance between the two of us. I understand why I needed to have that time by myself. I understand why I feel like I needed that. And because I did need that. And I hate that I felt that I made you feel like you weren't good enough, because it really wasn't about you. It really wasn't about you. It really was. There's just so much karma between the two of us. Not even just on the arguments or just on the things that happened to us in this life, but in past lives. And I understand. I feel like you woke up to that sooner than I did. That you understood a lot more sooner than I did. And I was really intimidated by that. It was part of the lessons that I had to learn about other people, you know, how we complement each other, how your strengths, complement my weaknesses, and my, and vice versa. And it was such a major moment here between us. It was such a major connection here between the two of us that I handle things really poorly. I'm not even going to talk about you. I'm just going to talk about me. Like, I handle things really poorly. I really, when you rejected me, when you turned your back on me, when you went away from me, it brought up so much hurt and pain, because I just really wanted to be with you more than anything in this world. I wanted to establish, and I wanted to be the person that you saw me as. I feel like you saw me as this, like, such a powerful, such a powerful person. Um, and yeah, it is true that it really stroked my ego, that it made me really really like you seeing me that way. It really, it's like, yeah, I am that dude, or yeah, I am that, I am that chick. Like, yeah, like, wow, like, it's so amazing that you see me that way. And then somehow that got all twisted up to me being so paranoid and me being so insecure about it, because the truth was I wasn't that person. I felt like you saw the potential of who I could be, but my insecurities started rising up and made me feel like no, like, I'm not that person. I still have 2 foots in the, I'm still kind of this karmic person. I still haven't been giving and changing and growing and doing everything that I feel like I should. You see this version of me, but all I see is a lack inside of me. And somehow you saying, no, you're beautiful, no, you're wonderful, it felt like a trick. It felt like a lie. It felt like, because it's like, you don't really know me. You don't really know who I am. If you knew really who I am, if you knew about my past, if you knew about what I had done, or who I was, you really wouldn't even want me. You wouldn't want to be with me. And I started to project that energy onto you, like, you must be lying to me. You must be causing a trick on me. You must be trying to actually secretly make fun of me. Like, every time you told me you loved me, or every time you told me that, I was a wonderful person, or you just couldn't wait to have this beautiful future with me, I felt like I felt like you were lying. I felt like you were tricking me. I felt like you were trying to set me up. And have enough I've looked at myself enough to know that it really wasn't about that for you. But I do feel like you kind of had me up on a pedestal, and I had you up on a pedestal, and I feel like we rejected this kind of perfect version of each other that we saw in each other, because we both knew that it really wasn't real, that it was the tower. That tower had to fall. That tower had to fall because it wasn't really real. What we were envisioning for each other, we fell in love with the perfected version of each other that we saw in our minds, and not who we really were. And then when we revealed who we really were to each other, it felt like a lie. It felt like a trick. It felt like games. It felt like, it wasn't real. When underneath it, we both saw the potential in each other, but we can't fall in love with the potential. We can't fall in love with this dream of who each other is. We have to fall in love with who we really are. And I felt like we both walked away from each other. We both pushed each other away, regardless of who did it first and who did it what. Regardless of any of those things, we were both doing that same thing to each other. We were both pushing each other away. We were both creating this kind of version of each other that neither one of us could have lived up to. And then when we saw that the other one had flaws, and we saw that the other one wasn't perfect, we rejected them. And then when we thought, oh my gosh, this other person thinks I'm this person, there's no way I can be that person, there's no way I can live up to that person, and we rejected each other on that level too. There's just so much work that we both needed to do. We've both just been through so much crap in our past and with our parents, and it was just so much karma for us to burn through, and it was just so much stuff. And at the end of the day, all I want to do is just be with you. All I want to do is just be able to have this beautiful future that you see for us and that I see for us, and I want it so bad. But I'd been so hurt in the past that it just felt like a beautiful dream that could never be real. So I decided to push you away and walk away and tell you that you weren't good enough for me when it wasn't the truth. You're everything that I've ever wanted, and everything that you show me all the parts of myself that I'm proud to be. And in you, I see my own strengths, and then I see your strength, and then you're like such this magnificent person. And I don't know why I ran away. I don't know why I hurt you. I don't know why I said the things that I said. And now all I want is a second chance with you. All I want is to have a chance to be the person that you really see me. But I'm scared. I don't know if I can. I'm so, like, all I want is another chance with you, but then at the same time, I'm so scared that I'll just mess it up, that I'll just push you away. I want so badly to tell you all the things that I've been working on and all the improvements that I've made in my life, and I just, and I do. I want you to be proud of me. I want you to see all the things that, all the ways that I've changed, and but I'm also working on detaching myself from needing that so much from you, or from needing that from anybody, because it keeps me in this energy of feeling trapped, of not knowing which way to go, of not knowing who I am, of feeling abandoned, of feeling like I'm not good enough, of feeling like I'm not smart enough, or I can't do this, and I'm just so freaking scared sometimes. I'm so freaking scared that I won't be good enough, or that I'll let you down, or that, that I'll cheat, or that something stupid will happen, that I'll say something stupid or do something and just lose you forever. And I'm like, I want so bad to be the person that you want me to be. And I want to be so bad. I want to be this person. I do. And I am going to be honest. I messed around with some really nasty karmic energy and energies, and it slowed me down. It hung me up. It was keeping me in like this heavy energy that I was just running away. And I want so badly to break out of all of this. I want so badly to allow this whole cycle of what happened between the two of us to be different and to change. I want so badly to be the strong, vibrant, smart, handsome, witty, romantic person that you see me as. But sometimes I really struggle to be that person, to really get over the things that happened in my past and really see myself as that person. I struggle seeing myself as the person that you see me as. And it makes me feel fake. It points out the fakeness. It points out how it's not there. And I'm trying to find the strength that I need to walk away, to face these things, and to met instead of taking my time and letting obstacles slow me down, to manifest an opportunity to really stand in my power and be who I really am. I've been fighting for this for so long, it feels like, and I don't want to fight you anymore. I don't want to fight this anymore. I just want to have you, and I just want to have this beautiful future that I keep seeing for us. But I know that we both have a lot of work to do. We both have a lot of healing to do. That we both, especially me, I have a lot of work to do about, and a lot of making up to do for how I feel like I really started this whole thing off on a really shitty foot. Like I'm trying so hard not to blame myself so much that I don't allow myself to walk forward or change, or that I don't keep myself trapped in darkness over the things that have happened in my past. I want so badly to have this with you. I promise that I do. I want so badly to be given the opportunity to do what I didn't do in the past, and stand up and really show up and to speak my truth. I didn't speak my truth with you, and then I went on this whole karmic cycle with all these people in my life, where spirit showed me how important it is for me to speak up, for me to be who I really need to be. And wow, it has been freaking crazy. It's been freaking crazy. It's been just so much. And it's been really heavy, and I know that you felt that energy, and I felt what a heavy energy you've been into, and how much stuff you've been going through, and how much stuff you've been dealing with. I'm so inspired by how strong you are, and how I feel like you don't really see yourself for who you really are, and that you're probably saying the same thing about me, that while I'm saying that I'm struggling to see this person that you see in me, it's almost like I'm on this mission to prove you wrong. Like, no, I'm not that brave person. No, I'm not that strong person. No, I'm not that handsome person. No, I'm not that, that loving person. And I don't know why. Like, why not? Why not just allow myself to be this person? And that's what I'm trying to figure out now. What inside of me has made me reject so much of that energy? What inside of me has made me reject that person that you saw me as? So I'm going to be honest, some of it was just you romanticizing me. There are some ways that truly, deeply who I am, I don't live up to the fantasy of who you think I am, because I'm not I'm not some, hero or romantic interest from some novel or for some TV show or something. I'm just a person, and I'm not always perfect, and I don't always live up to the fantasy of who you think I am in your mind. And I'm sorry that that disappoints you, but in some ways I wasn't allowing myself to live up to that person, and in some ways I'm just not that person. Because like me, you had projections and you had fantasies that just weren't me and just aren't who I really am. I will never be the most perfect, romantic, handsome, charming version of who I feel like you want me to be, or who I feel like you deserve me to be. And I'm really trying to tell myself that I don't have to be that person, that you're not expecting me to be perfect. But the fantasies and the feelings that I got from you, it didn't feel like real love. It felt like limerence. It felt like a fantasy. It felt like you wanted me to be like this swashbuckling hero that like came in and rode in on my white horse and saved you and fixed everything about your life, and I can't be that person for you. I'm trying and struggling just to be that, to be that person that's saving myself, that person that's being there for me. I'm struggling really hard right now with my fears and my anxieties. And there's a big part of me that's just like, it's time to grow up. It's time. Because, I mean, there's plenty of things in my life that I act like an adult. I get up and I go to work and I pay my bills and I do all of that stuff. But there's a lot of things emotionally about me. Or there's a lot of things about the way that I handle myself in certain situations that I know need to change. I hope you understand that I need to work on those things, and I know I need to work on them, and I see you working on them. And yes, every once in a while I see you walking away and getting further away from me and working on yourself and improving yourself, and you look fucking magnificent, by the way. But and I'm trying really hard to not make that in me be intimidated, to not make me, if I hear you talking, or if I see you on your social media talking about going on dates, or, trying to be with other people, I try so hard not to, you know, I try so hard to not make that have me just like crumble and think, oh, this is pointless. This is whatever. Why am I even trying? I'm trying to have faith and understanding, and to understand that you can't wait around on me forever, and that I'm trying really hard to not focus on that, but to get to a point where maybe perhaps I can understand if we don't come back together and be together, and to be okay with that. I mean, I'll always want you and I always want to be with you, but I'm trying to just allow and understand that I might have really fucked this up. I might have really pushed you away. I might have really lost you. And I'm not saying that to make you feel sorry for me or have you come run back to me. It's just a part of the truth that I'm having to accept right now, that I might have really fucked this up. I might have really pushed you too far away from me. And to not be mad at myself about that, and to not be so mad at myself that I just stop myself from living my life or continuing on, or to not be mad at you to the fact that I'm projecting, you know, I'm projecting negative energy towards you. I know that I was doing that in the past, and I'm trying to wake up to the fact that you're sensitive enough to really feel that. You're sensitive enough to really understand that. You really, and that just pushes you further away from me. And I'm coming and understanding that. I feel like I'm fighting myself. I feel like, oh, I'm not even going to lie. Sometimes I feel like, if I hear you talking, or if I know that you're going on a date, I'm kind of, some part of me is like, hope it doesn't work out. It's not like I want him to treat you like an ass or anything like that. It's not like I want that person to be mean to you. It's not like I want them to break your heart or anything. And I understand this is a part of me. This is a devil part of me. This is a kind of jealous part of me that but I am very jealous of you. Honestly, I'm jealous of you moving on. I'm jealous of you looking so freaking beautiful and being all like, no, you can't have my energy. Get away from me. It makes me want you more, the Empress. It makes me like, the stronger you are, the more you're just like, no, I'm moving on, I'm going on, I have other options. It makes me want you more. It makes me want to have a new beginning with you even further. The further that you push yourself forward and that you're taking these risks and you're doing all these wonderful things in your life, it's just the more that I want you. The more that I see how strong you are, and the more that I would just love to have you standing beside me, how much how even stronger I would feel as a person having you by my side. Because you're kind of a badass, and I really like that about you. You're not perfect, and I like that about you too. I like that you admit that you're not perfect. I like that you are integrating your shadow self, and that you're saying, no, I'm not perfect all the time. No, I do have faults inside of me. I kind of like that you're a little spicy sometimes. I like that you're a little bit like, that you're just not 100% like a pushover or anything like that, or that you're not just like sad crying all the time over me. It's good. It means that, it's the energy that attracts me more to you for sure. I'm really working on something right now. I'm I'm having some legal troubles. I'm having some things that I really have to really be focusing on and that I'm walking away from right now. A part of me feels kind of trapped. A part of me feels kind of walked away, trapped in a karmic cycle right now because of all that kind of jealous, kind of projection, kind of, I feel kind of territorial about you. I feel like, and I know you might roll your eyes at this, but I feel like you're mine even though we're not together. I feel like we're supposed to be together. Like, that's just how I am. I'm just, as part of kind of who I am as a man, I'm like, you're mine, and I don't want to see you be with somebody else. I don't want to see you loving somebody else. I don't want to see you giving your energy to anybody else. The same way that you don't want to hear, me talking about being with a karmic or being with somebody else. It's the same for me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I have been kind of drowning myself in my sorrow and my escapism. I've been drinking more than I should, or I've been running away more than I should. I might have been even flirting or taking some people home, or going. It's like, okay, you're going on dates, I'm going to go on dates too, but it's not the same kind of energy. It's kind of like Well, I'll show you kind of energy, and I understand that I was in that energy, that I bounce back and forth, and that's part of part of the things that I said. Like, I'm not this perfect prince of a person that you think that I am. Like, I'm a human being, and I have faults. I have things that aren't perfect about me. I'm trying so hard to just listen to my intuition. I'm trying so hard to understand that you're doing the same thing. Woo! Okay, golly. All right, I really want to be honest. I want to be honest about some things right now. Yes, I did cast spell work against you. Some of it was subconscious, me just like talking, me just not wanting you to be with anybody else, and some of it I I cast like a love spell on you. I did. I wanted you to want only me and want to be with only me. I did that. But I mean, like, I know that you already know that I did that. But I did. I saw you as this kind of magical being. Like, you just stumbled upon me and found me, and then saw this like kingly, wonderful, high vibrational energy inside of me that literally nobody else in my whole life has ever really given me the benefit for, has ever really, nobody's ever really seen me the way that you did. And then when I showed you the ugly parts of myself, and you left, and it just made me kind of angry. And now I feel like I've been going through a lot of, it made me kind of angry. It made me go out there and kind of, go around and do some stupid stuff. It made me go out there and give to some karmics. It made me go out there, and I chose to go out there and do those things. I chose to go out, to react to you doing that, and to make it harder on myself. I did. And I have been really carrying the burden of a lot of the choices that I made. Sometimes it kind of scares me. Sometimes it kind of scares me because when it first started happening to me, when I first started getting that karma back, I thought you had done some spell work on me. I thought you had gotten pissed off at me and that you had kind of cursed me or something. And I was like, this bee has done cursed me and yada yada yada. And now then I had to kind of realize, like, nah, it's my own energy coming back at me. It's my own trying to trap you energy. It's my own judgmental energy. It's my own, you know what, I'll show you and I'll go do this energy coming back on me. And there's a lot of ways about myself that I'm really examining. There's a lot of things that you mirrored inside me that at the same time, I saw some of the falsities inside of you, and you didn't line up with this perfect angel version of yourself that I saw and that I rejected and walked away. And then I did some, oh, I'll show you, I'll go date this person, or I'll go give to this person, whatever. You don't like me, it doesn't matter. I'll go give to somebody else, or I'll go drown myself in my sorrows. Who cares? Ten of Cups. But I knew the whole time that you were my Ten of Cups. I knew the whole time that you were my future. You were the person I really wanted to be with. You were, at the end of the day, were my wish fulfillment. At the end of the day, no matter what I was running away from, it was always you. It was always going to be you. And and a part of me, although I can admit that this is not, it's not at all the best way to handle it, I felt like I was losing you, so I just went ahead and pushed you away further. So I just went ahead and swam away from you. So I just went ahead and kicked you out the door, like, yeah, you know what, go ahead and get out of here. Who cares about you? And that could not be further from the truth. Like, I very much so care about you. I very much so, like I said before, you're everything that I wanted. And it made me think, it made me realize that there were some dark places inside of myself that I really needed to examine, that I really needed to dive into, that I really had to really figure the hell out. I feel my higher self encouraging me to reach out to you, but I know it has to be, I have to be in the right energy. And that means that I have to put forth the effort, that I have to do what I need to do to put myself there. But then the other side of me, the nah, that's my woman and I'm gonna show her kind of energy, like that makes me want to do some stupid things. It makes me want to be pig-headed. It makes me want to act kind of misogynistic sometimes, and I'm kind of trying to grow. I'm trying to grow out of that. I'm trying to balance out, my masculine sides. I'm trying to balance out my feminine sides. I'm trying to flush out the toxicity in my masculinity and my femininity and the way I was taught and the way I was raised up, and some of the ways that I've just taught myself to kind of get around and get by and kind of lie or manipulate or kind of control a situation. Like, I am trying to go inside and really change this about myself. I am, and I know that it needs to change. A lot of it I'm working on, and sometimes I feel like I step forward, and sometimes I feel like I get pushed back, and it's this kind of pushing and pulling, trying really hard to improve and step forward and be something else and be someone else, but also understand that I can't live up to the perfect version of me that you see in your head, and that I shouldn't have to. And I know you know that too. So, long story even longer, I am trying to change. I'm such a stubborn person. I'm so stubborn, and I know it gets on my nerves sometimes too. You think it gets on your nerves? Sometimes it gets on my nerves too. And I know that there's a lot of ways that you're a very stubborn person too. Maybe not as stubborn as I am about a lot of things, but at the end of the day, I love you so much. I don't want to see you with another person. I don't want to have to watch somebody live my life with you that I should be living with you, getting married to you, taking you out, being there, making you smile, giving you babies, giving you the future and the love and everything that I know that you deserve. And I'm trying so hard to break out of all these karmic chains and all this BS and all my addictions and all this everything. It just takes time. And it takes even longer when you keep denying it and keep pushing away, as in me. I keep denying it and keep pushing away from it, and then you take your turn denying it and pushing away from it and going back and forth, and then we pick up on each other's energies, and then please work on cleaning out your energy. Please work on protecting your energy. Please work on cutting people out of your life, because I'm tired of feeling you cry. I'm tired of seeing you allow people in your life that you really love and you really care about hurt you, and I'm so sorry that you've been having to deal with all of the heaviness that you have. And I'm really sorry that I'm not in a place where I can be there and be the person that you need me to be. I'm supposed to be there, standing up for you, loving you, protecting you, and I can't be that person, and I hope that you will forgive me for that. I can't be that person for you right now, even though oh, it's everything I want to be. I'm trying to work so hard on not taking this so personally, and just understanding that when you do things or say things, it's not always a reflection of what a shitty person I am. I wish I had the strength to just completely let you go and just set you free. But something inside of me just doesn't want to live in a world where we're not together. Okay, this person is saying that's all that they can, that's all that they can handle talking about right now. I feel like a lot of this message comes from this person's higher self. A lot of this message comes from how this person really, really feels deeply inside. Um, for most of them, I don't think even if you saw them, even if you sat down and had a conversation with them, that like even half of this would come out of their mouth. I don't think they do feel, like I said, they feel like they are stuck in between two worlds. They feel like sometimes they are so ready to be open and honest with you and say all the things just like this that they sat down and said. But the reality of where they are in the 3D is different than this. They feel very intimidated to sit down in front of you and tell you how they really feel and just speak this openly to any, not just you, to anybody, but especially to you. And I think this person knows deep down inside, until those things marry and until they are the type of person that can sit down and talk to you this, like in the 3D, actually sit down and be this open and this honest with you, that nothing's really gonna change between the two of you, that nothing's really, there's not gonna be that much movement. There is almost a side of this person that questions whether or not doing and coming and stepping forward and talking to you this way is even the best thing to do, because they feel like for some of you, when you catch a glimpse of them being this person, it keeps you kind of trapped or kind of attached to them, because you're like, see, they are this person and deep inside, but they know that they are not being this person 100% in the 3D, that they are not being 100% this open, honest person. And then for some of them, they know that this is a lot of their, for some of them, this is a lot of their higher self talking, and they know that their 3D self doesn't exactly match this, or not, doesn't match it at all. How they do, that is how they feel, but they just wouldn't. They wouldn't tell you, they wouldn't show it. So there is a part of their higher self that's coming in to give you a message. Like, don't allow these messages like this to keep you hung up or keep you trapped or keep you in a space where you're like, see, I have to wait for them because they are really this person on the inside. And although that is true, they are this person and the higher version of themselves, your spirit guides and your higher self and their higher self is coming through to say, until that matches in the 3D, you just have to be aware of that. Be aware of when this message actually matches the way that they're speaking in 3D. So it's like, don't get caught up in, like I said before, the the kind of dreamy version of this person that they are in your head, um, versus who they actually are and how they're actually handling you, because they can be this dreamy, fanciful version, yeah, but Knight of Wands, they're really still that person that's kind of passionately coming in and then leaving, and then coming in and leaving and coming in and leaving kind of energy, still holding back. And for some of them, they are still really battling with some really deep addictions, especially around like alcoholism or drinking or partying, or it could be other like drugs or something like that. And that could be being addicted to still keeping up this persona, um, or still being involved with other people. There is other things this person is still going through in the 3D that Although this person very deep inside does feel this way, and I just don't think they're at the place where they would, where some of these things that they're saying here in this message, they can't even admit to themselves in 3D, in the 3D, right? They can't actually even admit to these things. But this is how they feel deep inside. But they would never act like it, or they would never admit it, or they would never say it, or they would never just come forward with it. So be aware of that, right? Be aware that there could be a difference, and don't get caught up in the dream kind of scaping, the dreamscape of this person's higher self and who they actually are and how they would actually treat you in the 3D. Be aware of that. Yeah. All right. Whew. These readings get so intense. I want to do some energy clearing here with you guys right now. I want to light some of this sage and burn it off on camera with you guys. So yeah, Spirit is saying is be aware. The number one thing that you need to do right now is focus on yourself, build on yourself, work on your self-confidence. If any of this kind of hit, if any of this really hit home and you're like, oh, this sounds like how I feel, or this sounds like something I'm going through, you know, those are things that you, insecurities or issues from your past that you really need to work on too. So just be aware of that if that's coming up. Oh yeah, cause that's smoking. There's lots of just BS that like really needs to be cleared out of the space between the two of you. And that just might take some time. You know, that's just gonna take some energy, some effort, some time. And mostly you working on yourself and not concentrating on what this person is doing or where they are or honestly what they have to say about it, which is weird that Spirit is bringing forth that message. They're like, while I have you here and you're here, you know, listening to this message because you're still, you know, you really still like the kind of high vibrational, like higher self message that this person brings to you. While you're here and you're listening, Spirit's like, number one thing is to work on yourself. You know, to work on your own insecurities, to work on building your own empire, to work on building your own independence outside of this person. And to really kind of it's like Spirit's like you're two in the thick of it. You in the past you two were both two in the thick of it, right? And now, you know, the clusterfuck of all of this energy that it was is kind of, you know, it's like you two, you came together and it's like, oh, all this craziness. Oh, okay. It's kind of, but there's this kind of push and pull and push and pull. And every time you guys get back together, it's like, oh, we need to work on this. It's like, okay, I go work on it. It's like, okay, maybe we can come back together. Oh, we need to work on this. Okay. You know, that kind of energy. So Spirit is just saying, instead of having to do this kind of boomerang energy between the two of you, just work on your own energy. Just work on your own energy. And this person needs time. They need their space. They need a lot of energy to grow up and break away from a lot of they need time to heal from the karmic cycle, from the really nasty karmic cycle that they've been going through for a while now. For really, honestly, like Spirit saying, for over the past like year or so, year or 2 years, this person's been in like a really, they've been going through some dark night time. They've been doing a lot of shadow work. Yeah. They've been having, like I said, they've been having like some crazy tower moments here. So, baby, why are you whining? I think that's just, yeah, I think that's just some more of that energy coming through. 3 of Wands, yeah. Being at a distance. Oh, this 3 of Wands is like, it's like Seeing how I was, remember how I was saying like you guys needed some distance or your distance. So the Three of Wands is normally like the person standing at a distance, getting a different perspective, like waiting for something to happen. Look how in this Three of Wands she has a magnifying glass being held up by these three wands. So it's like the distance that the two of you had really allowed you to actually see things more clearer and allowed you to see things more closely than if you were actually there right in front of each other. Kind of energy, right? You guys both needed a bunch of towers to fall down, and both of your spirit guides were like, okay, that person has a bunch of towers falling and you have a bunch of towers falling. You guys need some space, you guys need some time, you guys need some space to heal yourself, because that's the number one priority. And if you would have came into this person's life, you would have been too worried about their towers and too much of worrying about them and making it about them and not about yourself. So yeah, spirit's just saying you needed this distance and you need some time to just, yeah, see how it's almost giving me kind of like a growing up kind of energy as well. Maturing, growing up, giving it some space and giving it some time. Ooh, my nose is itching. What else? Is there anything else, Spirit? And it was 51-15 right then, so there's a lot of marrying energy between the two of you. So just be aware of that. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Times are changing. Yeah. Both of you got like a lot of spirit guides that are really trying to bring together members of your soul tribe, and collaborating with a lot of the stuff, working out. You just have to have faith and understanding that all this is gonna be working out. It's all trying to work out in your favor. It just takes time. It just takes energy. It just takes you going through karmic cycles, other people going through karmic cycles, learning their lessons, having karmic people coming in and out of their life and whatnot. It just takes time and energy and, for everything to be set up. But the Emperor, exactly. The energy is coming. Okay? It's coming. That's so funny because when I was looking at this, I was thinking about that swirling energy that's behind there in the star card. And this energy where it's like all the swirling cups. Yeah. You just have to keep having your faith and know that everything's going to work out for the best for the two of you, and to be open-minded about, the two of you coming back together, or the two of you, not coming together in perhaps in the way that you thought was meant to be in the past. Either way, everything's going to be working out in your favor. All right, well, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. Let me know down if this let me know down in the comment section down below if this resonated, or if you really like these readings. Okay, give it a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more like this. Please check out any other readings that you feel guided to check out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love, all your support. I hope this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you're really looking for in your situation. Okay. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me, that is linked down in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.